What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GameFreak. Today we have another updated review of, and this is actually a 6 month, but it's been more than 6 months. It's been like 7 months. I don't know how I fell behind on this one, but we are going to do a 6 month update on the Anbernic RG35XX. I've talked about this a lot on this channel. In fact, I've done tons of like 2-minute reviews on different games that are on here. So let's open this thing up and show you what's in the box. Yeah, I still have the box because I don't have a case for it. And this box works out just perfect for a case. In fact, it's nice and snug in there. It holds the USB-C cord in there, nice, and then it has like this plastic piece in here that fits the actual device. So, I haven't charged this thing. I haven't charged it in weeks. Let's make sure this thing even has a charge. But while I'm waiting for it to turn on, because it does take a second for it to boot up. But I will show you a size comparison. Well, see, it's booting on now. But this thing isn't real big. It's about the same size as these Super Pockets. In fact, the Super Pocket is actually a little bit taller. But the Anbernic has a little bit bigger of a screen. And when it comes to the screen, that's like a huge feature when it comes to this device. This screen is absolutely beautiful. I will have to show you some gameplay footage so that way you can see like just how nice this screen is. I mean, it is a gorgeous screen. Out of all the handhelds that I own, and I own like way too many handhelds. But out of all of them that I own, like hands down, this has the best picture quality, bar none. I mean, it is a great picture quality. Everything about this system I absolutely love. Well, I shouldn't say everything because, I'm contradicting myself. The only thing that I don't like about it, but it beats the hell out of the triggers on these Super Pockets. I'm not a fan of these triggers, but I am glad that, you push down on these. And really, there's not too many games that use the triggers on here. The ones that do, I have used before and I had no issues with. So, that I can't really bitch about that. The other thing I am going to mention real quick is the software that this thing came equipped with. Like a lot of people, the minute they got these things or this thing, they went and they upgraded to, I believe it's called like Garlic OS or something like that, because I'm not a tech genius. I'm not even a tech guy, really. So a lot of this stuff I don't even understand. And I mean, I get it after I read about it. I understand it then. But everyone says, "Oh, that ain't gonna last. That's garbage. That's a garbage program. It ain't gonna last." I've had zero problems. I can proudly say bullshit. I haven't done a thing to this thing. I haven't even added any games to it. This thing still runs fine. The charge is the exact same that it was when I first bought it. Like, it still holds for a long, long time, like 5-6 hours. I forget, somewhere around there. I haven't sat and played it that long in one sitting in a long time, but everything that people said, if you don't upgrade it, this is gonna happen or that's gonna happen. You better get a backup SD card because it's a cheap SD card in there. Hey man, no problems. I've had zero problems with this thing. So I'm gonna show you some gameplay. I'm really excited to show you like how great this thing looks. Like I can sit here and flash it in front of the camera all I want, but you're not gonna. It just doesn't give it justice. But I will say this: these are the emulators that are in it. There's a PS1, a Vertical Arcade. Let's see, Capcom Arcade, Neo Geo Library. There's some arcade hacks, MAME Arcade, Game Boy Advance, NES, Super NES, Sega Master System, the Mega Drive, Game Boy Color, the original Game Boy, PC Engine, whatever NGPC is. I'm not real sure like what any of that stuff is. Game Gear is on here, and I forget what it's called, something like Swan, WSC, because there's over 5,000 games on this in total. So this is what we're going to do. I am going to set up my camera and do a little bit of a overhead gameplay on this so you guys can see what this picture looks like after, 7 months of owning it. Still looks the exact same. Still beautiful. So let's check it out real quick. Alright, so here is Castlevania. This is being played on the PlayStation 1 emulator on this device, which has a lot of really good games on it. It's not my favorite collection that's on this device, the PlayStation 1 collection, but it does have like a lot of good ones, such as this. It has like Tomb Raider, it has Resident Evil. And as you can see or hear, like it really doesn't even sound bad, like in the talking and everything, for such a small speaker. But if you put headphones in, it makes it sound so much better. So I can't recommend headphones enough. And here's some Gran Turismo. I'm not real big into like racing games or anything, but for some reason, I always loved the Gran Turismo games. I think these are really cool. And I thought they looked awesome for their time, when they first started. And man, for a PS1 game, this game looks and it feels great. So I had a lot of fun playing some Gran Turismo. Now this is my favorite collection on the entire device. This is the Neo Geo library. This is Metal Slug. And man, so many hidden gems in this Neo Geo library. Obviously everyone knows Metal Slug, but I just ended up coming across some games that I've never heard of, like this one. And I forget what the American name is for this game, but I should know this because I featured this on one of my older videos because I can't pronounce like the Japanese name of it. And I forget which one it was, but man, it was this is a really fun game. So this was one of those hidden gems that I would have never found if I didn't have this Anbernic device. I mean, I ran into so many games that I just never heard of, and now I have. Now they're, in my favorites, because you can keep your like a favorite list on this, so you don't have to sit there and scroll through 5,000 games. So here's a little bit of some Sega action for you. So yeah, it has plenty of Sonic games on here. So if you're into Sonic, you're in for a treat. Most definitely. Alright, so even on camera, it just doesn't give justice to how beautiful everything looks on this. The screen on this is just absolutely amazing. So this is something after, 7 months. I've never had one problem. I rarely have to charge it, and I play this a lot. But it holds a charge for a long time. I also did a video. You can hook this to your TV. All you have to do is get an adapter, and I have this. I showed the adapter in my evercade EXP review video. It takes the same adapter. You hook into this because it's a mini HDMI, and you hook that adapter in, and then you can hook your regular HDMI in, and this can be played on your TV. So you pretty much have an arcade right here, and you can just hook it right up to your TV. It feels good as a controller and everything. So yeah, there's really not much this thing can't do. I mean, it's super cool. Obviously, it can't play physical media, which would be awesome, but it can't. But whatever. But when it comes to emulators, this is up there for me. This is probably my favorite of all the handheld emulators that I have by far. I mean, this thing is absolutely awesome. And it does have a headphone jack on the bottom, so you don't have to deal with this little tiny speaker right here, which doesn't sound horrible, but if you put headphones in, it sounds so much better. So much better, man. It's like I don't know. It's like surround sound if you got good headphones anyway. So again, here's a size comparison. Believe it or not, the Super Pocket is a little bit bigger. Not by much, but the screen is bigger on this. So, after 7 months, I can confidently say I do highly recommend this. This will run you right around $70, and it's every penny worth it. This thing is absolutely amazing. So, I think everyone should own one of these. This is super cool, man. So, yeah, the Anbernic RG35XX. Go check one out, or go pick one up, I should say, if you haven't yet. So, if you are on the fence about buying one of these, I can say with all confidence, I do recommend this, and it's badass. So, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out the channel a lot, and I greatly appreciate it. And until the next video, game on, everybody.